I'm sure you've already seen a bunch of these images here and these memes about the baby G-Wagon. And while I think it looks super cool, I think the Honda Element is still better in 2026 than even the new proposed baby G-Wagon. The baby G-Wagon is supposed to come out this year, 2026, and it's proposed to have an electric drivetrain. Later in the future, it's supposed to come out with a gas and a hybrid drivetrain, but it's going to produce first with an electric one. Now, these are all rumors. Nothing is set in stone yet, despite all the research that I've done, but the Mercedes baby G-Wagon is definitely coming out in 2026. While I was doing my research for this video, I was trying to get an idea of what the baby G-Wagon might cost, and I looked at the prices of just older G-Wagons, and I had no idea that these things cost $250,000. That is absolutely bonkers for a car. But hey, if you got the money, they're pretty cool, and I love the videos that Whistling Diesel has done with them, putting them to like a durability test like he does. And yeah, they're durable for sure. As it's Mercedes, I still think it's gonna end up somewhere in the $75,000 to $80,000 price range, maybe even pushing into the $100,000 price range when it's fully kitted out. So this is all dubious speculation, of course. I have no idea what it's going to be like, but once we get official numbers from Mercedes, we'll definitely make an updated video. Let's be realistic here. Most of the people who are going out to buy the G-Wagon aren't doing it because they're going to take the G-Wagon off-road. They just want it as a luxury status symbol, and I do believe it's probably a very safe car to drive around the streets. And I think it's going to come with some awesome technology that Mercedes offers, like the full screen up front. It's going to have heated seats. It's going to have ventilated seats, I'm sure. It's going to have 360 cameras up top. So I'm not knocking the baby G-Wagon, but I do think it's a little excessive compared to what you get with the Honda Elements. But in my opinion, if you're going to spend $80,000 on a brand new car, I would definitely invest that money into an older Honda Element, of course. The older Honda Element has the suicide doors, which we all love. It comes with a gas drivetrain, which is much easier to maintain. And for the small price of $10,000, you can easily find yourself a good, clean, used Honda Element. And then you can spend the other $70,000 if you wanted upgrading it, but there's no need to do that. I think with another $10,000 to $15,000, you can add all the upgrades that you'll need to have a fully capable Honda Element. And we all know that the Honda Element is going to win when it comes to storage capacity, because the floor is so low and that you can remove the back seats completely. You can definitely pack more gear and more things inside of the Honda Element. Also, the Honda Element has a ton of aftermarket support. You can see back there, I have the Fifth Element cabinets. We also get the Heroes Hot Rods swivel seats. You can get upgraded suspension. You can even upgrade the engine by turbocharging your engine or upgrading to the larger J32 motors from the Odyssey and the Passport. So there's a lot of options out there to get more output from your Honda Element. But if you're out there and you're shopping for a baby G-Wagon, I think you have the money to invest a little bit into a Honda Element. So briefly, we'll actually touch on some of the other boxy vehicles that are out there on the market right now. The Rivian R2 is coming out very, very soon, and I'm very excited to see what it's going to look like. Unfortunately, they took out some of my favorite features that I liked about the Rivian, like the front folding seats in both the driver and the passenger side, and they took out the ventilated windows in the back, which is super unfortunate. I was really looking forward to those features to add that large cargo space inside of the Rivian, but we'll see once it comes out very, very soon this year, and we can give it a comparison to the Honda Element, of course. Also, another anticipated vehicle is the Slate truck, which you can add the little camper shell in the back, which brings it to about the size of a Honda Element. This one is very interesting. I wonder what it's going to look like once it's fully out and available. Right now, we mostly have renderings and prototypes, but nothing official from Slate yet. So once that vehicle comes out, I'll definitely also do a comparison between the Slate and the Honda Element. So I'm very curious to the In My Element community what you think about the new Mercedes Baby G-Wagon. I think it looks great. I think it's going to be very exciting when it comes out, but still nothing beats the storage capabilities of the Honda Element, the reliability of the Honda Element. So if it's my money, I'm going Honda Element all the way, but please let us know what you think down below. So why not, while we're at it, let's talk about the possibility of a new Honda Element. There's always rumors every year about a new Honda Element coming out. There's nothing official from Honda yet, but they do have a great track record of bringing back vehicles. Unfortunately, they brought back the wrong one. They brought back the Honda Prelude. Love the old version. The new version totally sucks. They should have brought back the Honda Element 100%. I think it would have sold much better here in the United States, seeing the trend of the boxy SUVs. And even Nissan is bringing back the new Xterra. So I do think there's definitely hope, especially seeing the trend with all the boxy vehicles, the Rivian, the Slate, the Baby G-Wagon, the new Xterra, the Lexus, the GX550, I believe it is. So there's so many cool boxy off-roaders, and I think Honda needs to step into the game or before they lose their market share. So I think it's about time that Honda brings back the Honda Element, especially with the trend of all these boxy SUVs. I think they did a good job with the Honda Passport. I think it checks a lot of the boxes, but I think still there's a little segment of the market that wants that shorter, boxier version of the Passport. And I saw this really cool rendering. I'll overlay it here. I think this is the perfect look for a potential new Honda Element. So everything is trending in the right direction, and prices of old Honda Elements are continuing to rise. So there's definitely demand for this vehicle. So hopefully very, very soon we'll get news of a new Honda Element coming out. But for now, we'll just keep dreaming and keep emailing Honda. Also may have noticed that I'm wearing this really cool Honda Element sweater. You can get that down below in the description. We're gonna start with a very small run, and if that does well, I'll get more. But for now, check it out down below in the description. And of course, thank you guys for your support.
In the wild, curiosity is survival. So when a new shape shows up, they come to check. Inside, there's room for the pack and for the driver who shares their sense of adventure. The all-new 2027 Honda Element.